Thank you, Nancy. Is it going again?
Yes.
Thank you. So, we will go to Rada in Chianti, which is the next little town. It's 10 miles from San Fedele. It's a teeny little hilltop town. Now, when I say teeny little hilltop town, that describes all these places.
Yes.
They're beautiful, but they each have their own charm. We'll go to La Certosa de Pontignano. We'll describe that in a little bit. On the Crete Sienese Drive. Have you guys done Crete de Sienese? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We'll go to San Gimignano and Volterra. And basically we're going to San Gimignano to take one picture because it's an awesome picture. But San Gimignano is too busy, so then we're going to go to Volterra and it's a lot better. And then we'll go to Siena. So the lodge is like here, and we'll go this way in the San Gimignano day, this way to Rada, and this way on the Crete Sienese Drive. So Rada in Chianti. 10-mile drive from San Fedele. We'll spend a half a day there. It's a wonderful little walking town. We park down in the park, which has a 270-degree view over the countryside with the fountain, and then walk up into the town. It's just fantastic. That's the church in Rada. And just the views, what you find. What I like about Rada is there will be no other tourists there. It's just us. You may find a couple of guys on bicycles or motorcycles, but that's it. No buses, no nothing. And when we get there, it'll be Italians doing the Italian thing. They'll be getting ready for work. They'll be having breakfast. They'll be taking their laundry. They'll be going to the market. They'll be going to the hardware store. And you'll get to walk and go into the hardware store, go into the dress shop, go into the whatever you want. We'll arrange lunch at a certain time. We'll meet someplace, and then we'll find a place for lunch. And if we all want to go sit down for lunch and have lunch at a restaurant, that's fine. If you want to stand at a stand and order a sandwich or some pasta, you can do that too. That's the view from the park in Rada. It's amazing. This is on the road back from Rada, back to San Fedele. Just amazingly beautiful. Walking amongst the olive trees, there was an olive grove there with no fence, so I just got out and walked around. The guy came by and said, "What you doing?" "I'm taking a few pictures." He said, "Have fun." So this is what it looks like. We'll go to La Certosa de Pontignano. This is a cloister. It's another monastery run by the University of Siena. It is a half-day shoot for us. So we'll get there in the morning. We'll go, we'll photograph, we'll have lunch there. They cook lunch for us. Amazing. So it's a monastery with 3 cloisters, just beautiful. This is a little chapel there. And this is just an everyday kind of a thing. And there's the ceiling to the chapel. Oh my gosh, right? Yeah. And it's one of those places. I spent an hour there. We're going to spend 4 or 5 hours there. And that won't be enough time. So here's the painting class going over the painting, and then this is what they were painting. Right. So this is a doorway, the hallway, and part of the old fresco is still visible. Because remember back in when this stuff was all made, there was not one piece of blank wall. Everything was decorated. The little courtyard. This is underneath that courtyard. So this arch is holding up the courtyard down below the gardens. And these are the gardens out overlooking into the countryside. The cistern. Just beautiful. This is the vineyard that belongs to the monastery. This is the church, the chapel, but I'm now outside and we walk a quarter mile down the road to get this picture. Just amazing. Once you get on the road back, just all the things we see. Crete-Sienese is a drive. This will be an all-day drive. So this will be like just after breakfast, go to breakfast, grab your bag, into the van, we're gone all day. And it's about, it took Cheryl and I about 3 hours, 3.5 hours to drive it fast. We're gonna spend all day, right? So you go to 2 towns, Buono Convento and Santo de Quirico, and you get to see these little towns, but the reason we make this drive, you've got the towns, you've got the unique vistas, and these teeny little towns that are just beautiful in what you see. But this is why we're there. This is the classic, all of the pictures you see of a classic Tuscan hill town, they're all made on this drive. Right? So I didn't get a picture of it because the light was wrong, but the driveway that's a Z that goes up to the hill that's on the flyer, right? That's on this drive. This is on the drive. This is on the drive. The circle of cypress trees. The views. And the poppies were in bloom. We're too early for sunflowers. Sunflowers are now. We're going to miss the sunflowers, but we'll have the poppies. And it was beautiful. And there were fields and fields of poppies. You could lay down and take a nap if you want. The San Gimignano Volterra day will also be a long day. That's leave at 8 in the morning. Actually, we're going to leave earlier than that. We're going to take breakfast to go because the shot we need to make at San Gimignano is early. It's like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's a little over an hour drive to get there. This is the shot. But I was there in the afternoon. So in the morning, what's the light going to look like? It's going to be this side of the buildings, and this side will be in shadow, right? This is like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But this kind of worked in the afternoon. Oh, I cut off the top of my picture. But this will be so much nicer in the morning when we're there. And then we'll go to Volterra. We'll walk through San Gimignano just so that you can say that you've done it. But then we'll go to Volterra. And Volterra has the same look and feel as San Gimignano, but there'll be a handful of tourists. In San Gimignano, every Chinaman that's not in China will be there. It's just beautiful. This is Volterra. Volterra has a Roman theater. They just found the Roman theater in the last 50 years because this was off of the wall, at kind of a corner in the wall, that all the way through the Middle Ages to now was the garbage dump. So they all would go out to this V in the wall and throw their garbage off of the thing. And they just, yeah. So So you can see this is the amphitheater, the theater building, and then the complex for the theater behind it. Yeah. This is Volterra. And I know all of the towns look the same. They all look the same, but they're all different. They all have a different feel, they all have a different attitude to them. And just walking the streets is just so amazing.
Like Sienna.
Pardon me?
Looks like Sienna.
What it does? Oh, this might be Sienna. This is Sienna. Sorry,
Yeah.
I put it in by mistake. No, this is Volterra.
Is it?
Yeah. But it's all the same. And we'll do a full day in Sienna. And Sienna is awesome. You know, for many of my friends, it's, oh, you went to Sienna, that's my favorite town in the whole wide world. And I can see why. So this is a view from the Medici Fort, which we'll go up to. It's a great view. This is middle of the day, and this is the same view late in the afternoon. So I made this picture. I was late for the bus to get home because I wanted to wait till the latest possible time to get this picture so the light would be right. So Sienna's wonderful, right? This is in the plaza. Lots of people, you know, where the Palio runs all the way around. It's awesome. Please, on Netflix, there's a movie called The Palio. Watch that.
Yeah,
It's subtitled in Italian, but worthwhile to watch. That's the horse race.
Yeah.
So in Siena, they run the horse race the end of July and the middle of August. They turn the plaza into a horse race. It's awesome and amazing, and tourists come from all over the world. One of these days I'm going to get to see. But this is Siena. The Duomo in Siena is beautiful. Just walking. So you can climb the wall of what was going to be the entrance to the old, they were going to enlarge the cathedral, but they didn't have enough room on the top of the hill to do it. But there's an archway that you can climb to the top of. You can also climb to the top of the cupola if you want. Right? All this stuff you can climb, costs $5 to climb, it's worth it. So this is from the top of the archway. Just beautiful view from there. Fantastic. Oh, this is a mistake. This is the baptistry in Florence. I got it here by mistake. Sorry. This is inside the Duomo in Siena. So somebody asked me, Mark, how'd you do this? No tripods allowed? I am lying on my back in the middle of the floor with Nikon Z7 and 14-30 using the stabilizer to get this picture. But laying down on my back. And that's inside the Duomo. The floor. The floor is amazing. Everything is beautiful. Inside one of the side chapels. It's just fantastic. Lunch on one of the side streets. And that's what the hill towns look like. It's amazing. It's beautiful, it's powerful, and I'm so glad that you guys are going to join us. Questions?
I can't.
Yes.
When it comes to planning the airline,
Yes.
will you have a recommendation?
Well, so getting there, it's going to depend on what you want to do, Janice,
Right.
and then who you fly. So I'm Delta,
Uh-huh.
so that's Delta, Alitalia, or Air France is how I'm going to get there.
Okay, so it's pretty much up to us.
It's up, no, I will tell, you need to be in Florence at 2 o'clock on Wednesday.
Okay,
How you get there is up to you.
okay,
This is what I'm gonna do,
yeah.
but I'm probably gonna, and I have to look at the schedule, but I think Cheryl and I are gonna go early and then get to Florence, right? From Rome, the train leaves every 30 minutes, right? So that's not a problem. From Paris, there's like 6 flights a day to Florence on Air France. So not a problem, right?
So Mark, when you said we need to be in Firenze.
I don't know yet. We're waiting to make that
So
happen.
is the plan that we're gonna rendezvous someplace? Or
Yes. So we will rendezvous either at the hotel or the airport, right? So if you're flying in, I'm gonna say we're gonna be here and the bus will pick us up there at the hotel. I mean, at the airport.
Okay.
If you come in at a different time, or if you come in by train, you take a taxi to the hotel, right? And I'm gonna ask for all of your flight information ahead of time, so we know when to expect you, right? And so Janice, if you're flying American and your flight is delayed and you miss the 2 o'clock pickup, don't worry about it. If you get in at 4, you catch a cab to the hotel, right? You'll have the name of the hotel. It's 20 minutes, it's 30 euros, the cab ride to the hotel. It's easy. Joyce, you can get the lights,
So we
please.
won't have to wait another day?
We won't have to wait for Tom and Bev this time. Yes, yes. But Judy, you need a passport that's up to date.
Mine is still up to date.
Yes, thank you.
I've got 9 years at least now.
Yes.
So will we exchange money use euros?
No, you have to use euros. But, so unlike other places that we've gone, so what I recommend doing is get euros from your bank. So go to the bank ahead of time, order $500 worth of euros, but the only thing you need cash for is taxi, an ice cream cone, a beer, right? So Joyce, I'll get that. Or go ahead, you can do it if you can get, yeah. So everybody's gonna take credit cards. Make sure your credit card has no foreign transaction fee. And the other thing is you can do, so you'll be able to do ATM. So I did ATM there with my credit union credit card that has no transaction fee, and that was the best exchange rate.
Let your credit card company know.
Oh yeah, you have to hit the red button and hit the red button again. Thank you. There you go. You're good. You're good.
Call
Thank
the
you.
credit card.
Yeah, call your credit card company ahead of time and tell them you're going. Any other questions?
What do you recommend for cell phone use over there?
My iPhone worked fine with Verizon. So you're on so it works fine on the Verizon $10 a day, but that's for text and voice. It's not for data, right? So we're all spoiled because we interchange data and voice here, right?
Yeah. So
if you go on the internet, if you look up something, your cell phone will work, but it's going to cost you, $2 a megabyte.
I think the Verizon plan has a limited amount of data.
It's very small.
When I've used it, it's been okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
You just have to not use it.
You just have to not use it. And so I use data, all my data is done Wi-Fi. And the restaurants all have Wi-Fi. Some of the courtyards have Wi-Fi, some of the museums have Wi-Fi. So
Places we're staying have Wi-Fi?
Monastery have Wi-Fi?
the monastery has Wi-Fi in the meeting room. Now, my bedroom was right above the meeting room, so I had it from the bedroom, but most of the bedrooms won't. And the walls there they're stone that thick, right? So the Wi-Fi doesn't really work through the walls.
And you said they had to excavate for the laundry, so I assume they have a laundry service.
No.
No laundry service.
That laundry service is for them. So there's I didn't see, now you can go on their website, Borgo San Fedele, and you can see but you know what they did? They did have laundry service. Yes. I don't worry about laundry on a trip like this. It's not Africa. I bring a big suitcase and I'll bring 6 shirts and 4 pair of pants and 10 underwears and 10 socks. So I'll get by. What's the matter?
Overpacking.
I know, Donna. It's luxurious, right? Yes.
Don't send that packing list to my wife, please.
What, do you want me
No,
to?
I don't.
No. You want her to try to go small?
It'll work out fine.
So Lori travels like Zsa Zsa Gabor?
No, she's gotten much better.
Other questions?
I assume we'll get an itinerary when it gets closer.
Yes and no. So the San Fedele people don't want me to give you a hard itinerary. So what you're gonna get is just a typed up version of this. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here. They wanna be able to reserve the right to swap it around because of festivals, closures, this, that, and the other thing, right?
It's also Italy. and,
It's Italy,
yeah,
right?
Things happen all the time.
Yeah.
And about how much in advance do you do the air?
As soon as you can.
Oh, really?
9 months out is
Yes.
typical for the airlines, 9 months.
Correct, you can't buy the airfare yet, but 9 months out, correct.
Okay,
Maybe 10 sometimes.
all right. Wow, soon.
It's very soon, right? Okay, are you ready for the final part tonight?
All right, Webb, quick question.
Yes, go ahead, John.
Voltage again, I can't remember.
220,
220.
Euro 2 pin.
Okay.
So it's just, it's the 2 pin Euro,
Two round.
2 round pins, yes. 2 round pins, you need voltage converter, but most of all your appliances today do not need the converter. You don't need the big wall wart anymore, right? Because your iPhone, all your cameras, your computer are all multi-voltage. All you need to do is convert from the 3 pin Edison to the 2 pin Euro.
Hair dryers.
Oh, hair dryers are there.
Okay.
It's not Dyson, but there's, both places have hair dryers. Next. Any other questions? How many Chianti drinkers do we have in the group?
I have never had it.
Oh,
All right,
I bet
we had it for dinner.
all right.
Come in here. We got
How about you guys aren't dancing, are you, over there? You could be, I like that, good. So the best dancers from Cuba, right here. So, anybody else, questions? All right, I'm gonna turn off the video.